Guys, I want you to understand you are what you do. And so what you do is a reflection of what you are. And so the only thing that creates you is the things you do, because we have to understand that as we exist in a cosmos, you have to understand that where your energy goes, that is what you reflect into the universe. And so if all you do is watch Pornhub, if all you do is pick up smoke, pick up drink, distract yourself with false people who don't even really fuck with you for you, they just fucking with you because they're trying to entertain themselves out of the fact that they're doing nothing with their life. So I want you guys to truly understand that what you do is a reflection of you. And so fuck the hypothetical and fuck the fantasy. Where does your energy go? Because you can have the best energy in the world, but if you're not actually inputting into something which is going to give back, you're really just a self-sabotaging organism. And so I want you guys to put your energy in places where it flows back to you, because you have to understand that the universe truly is a mirror, and what you project outward is going to reflect back at you. And so most of you guys don't understand and truly comprehend, and you lack the true comprehension that the way you treat others is truly going to reflect back at you. And so I want you guys to start putting your energy into places and spaces which fuel and give you more, because most of you guys will never actually attain that level of self-recognition, and you'll always sit there and you'll you'll morph beauty into ugliness because you yourself internally are ugly. And so you will forever deceive yourself, and you will lie yourself out of the truth of yourself because it's too ugly to face. When you're very fucking ugly, it's hard to look in the mirror. But when you actually begin to confront that ugliness, it can morph into beauty, because you have to understand that you conceive the world through your mind. And so the way you conceive the world is a reflection of you, and nothing is fixated, because the moment you fixate, the moment something is fixed, it can no longer transform. But we truly live in a universe of transformation. Everything you do is in an active state of motion. Motion equals transformation, because when you are in motion, things can change. You're not in stillness, you're not in void, you're not in a state of being frozen. You are in a temporal existence. You are moving through time, and you are actually growing, or you're descending. There is no fine line of neutrality. There is no void space. There is no avoidance. And so most of you guys will avoid your ugliness so you don't have to confront yourself. But you have to understand that it's in the confronting of the ugliness which will allow you to morph and to actually transform into something more beautiful. And so most of you guys will forever never see the light of day. You will always be in a twilight state. And so I want you guys to truly comprehend and to understand that the best version of you is within the confrontation. And the more ignorant you are, the blacker your soul, the more you'll deceive yourself out of the truth, which is that you're a bitch. And we have to understand that we can be hypothetical and hypocritical, or we can truly analyze ourselves from the actions we take. And so if you're on Pornhub, you're a Pornhub ass bitch. If you're picking up a bottle, well, you're a bottle having ass bitch. And if you lack the comprehension to understand that that is the fact of reality which you create for yourself, thus that is what rendered you mentally inferior, we now have to understand that it's the actions that you do which back up the individual of which you are. And so you can have the best energy in the world, you can have the most mythic, most fantastical energy, you can have the best of the best, you can have God's energy, but if the energy is not actually in motion and being inputted into oneself to recreate oneself in a better, more higher image, well, it doesn't fucking matter, because you can have a battery which is supercharged and put that shit into a fucking rundown fucking shitty ass Honda, nigga, that shit go break down. And so I truly just want you guys to understand that if you want to ascend, if you want to grow, if you're not about posing, if you want to be actual, well, the actuality, the reality, and the fact check of factuality is going to be rendered through the actions you take, not through the way you move, not through the way you pretend to be. Because if you pretend to be macho man, but you're on Pornhub, well, you're definitely a contradicting, hypocritical bitch. And so it's about the actions you take which back up who the fuck you are. And so the only validations is the actions you take, and anything else, I swear to God, on my soul, is delusion. And so the more delusional you are, the more you'll actually create a dissonance between conscious congruence living, which will then create friction in your mind, which will then repulse the beauty of life away from you as you sit there in your infinite self-sabotage of a infinite self-regression, because you lack the true comprehension to understand that it's the actions which back up the man, not the man pretending to be active, because everyone could pretend to be that and everyone can feel like they are that. But if you're on Pornhub, you are a Pornhub ass bitch. And if you're on fucking if you're at the party, if you're with the bottle, if you're with the smoke, but you're not actually building your life, you're not actually building yourself, you're not living in congruence with yourself, you're not building that higher version of you to give to the world, you are simply taking and extracting from the world, extracting validation, extracting attention. You are a black hole, a reverberation of nothingness, simply siphoning from the world. You're not gifting, you're not bestowing, and you're not loving. You are simply the reverberation of taking. And so you can take everything and still have nothing, because last time I checked, your internal state is what you are, not what you receive from the world. And so if you're a black hole internally, well, whatever you get in the external world is going to be voided into nothingness. You can have the wealth, you can have the status, you can have everything you ever wanted. But if you don't have that internal state of having, if you don't have that internal state backed up by action and factuality, well, you're not solid and you're not concrete. You're just another poser. And so I want you guys to stop being posers. I want you guys to stop being mimics. And I want you guys to truly ascend and to break that shell, to break through, to break that cocoon, to become a butterfly, and then to morph and to evolve into a transfinite organism which can survive the chaos of Earth through evolutionary protocol. You know what's up? Peace!